If this country will ever better, then Nigerians need to do better than we are doing now. So yesterday, reports broke out on the internet of a counter-subversion bill allegedly being introduced Nicodemously into the House of Reps that would involve Nigerians being subjected to quite very jail terms or prison and fines for doing what should be called as civic rights, right? For example, not reciting national anthem, protesting, and including what they would call insult to a politician, right? And then Nigerians reacted. Guess what? The Nigerian political class used the Nigerian media, mainstream, not mainstream now, social media, for example, the blogs, to announce that the bill has been withdrawn. I even made comments when I saw it, I think, on one of those posts and arrested. But I took my pain to go and research to check if indeed the bill has been withdrawn, only for me to get to the Speaker of the House of Reps, Tajudeen, Rt Hon Abbas Tajudeen Abbas, PhD. We'll discuss about the PhD later. In a memo or in a communique that's been issued from his office to the Nigerian people, and there is nowhere in that place where it was stated that it was withdrawn. And then it shocked me, and I said, this is how we are lazy to even do research. Now, we say it has been withdrawn, and we have all pulled back from the conversation. Whereas these guys are not withdrawing it, they will continue. In fact, according to him, it has passed a stage called introductory stage, right? And then it has passed first reading. It's going to the second reading. And if it passes second reading, it will now be committed to the committee to go and look at. I say, why are Nigerians being why are we easily deceived? Easily. Thank God I didn't fall for the trap. So I'm going to read up the Speaker's press statement, and this is what you are seeing right now. Office of the Speaker, House of Representatives, Federal Republic of Nigeria, press statement, August 14, 2024. Clarification on counter-subversion bill. Listen, draft legislation still at introductory stage. House welcomes robust discussions on the bill and how to address concerns. The attention of the Speaker House of Representatives, Rt Hon Abbas Tajudeen, PhD, has been drawn to report in sections of the media about the counter-subversion bill which he sponsored. The Speaker appreciates the interest Nigerians have so far shown on the bill, which pertains to our national security. However, it has become necessary to make the following clarifications considering the titled report and misconceptions about the bill. 1. The Counter-Subversion Bill 2024 HB 1652 was introduced on the floor of the House of Representatives on Tuesday, July 23, 2024, with Speaker Abbas Tajudeen, PhD, as the sponsor. Thus, the bill is still at the introductory stage. 2. The bill falls within the realm of Nigeria's anti-terrorism framework, and it seeks to address subversive activities by associations, organizations, militias, cults, bandits, and other proscribed groups in Nigeria. 3. Similar legislation obtains in other crimes this one even laugh with varied appellations. Such countries include United Kingdom, Spain, India, Turkey, Canada, Australia, among others. The Speaker, and by extension the House of Representatives, which is the People's House, welcome robust engagement and discussions from Nigerians on the content of the bill and how best to address the concerns raised. 5. By parliamentary processes and procedures, the bill would have to be listed for second reading, where members will thoroughly scrutinize its merit and demerit during debate. At this stage, members can decide to kill or buy or allow the bill to pass. But if it scales second reading, it would be referred to the relevant committee of the House for further legislative action. The committee must, as a matter of responsibility, invite the Nigerian public, particularly relevant stakeholders, to a public hearing on the bill. It is expected that citizens would bear their minds either physically or via memoranda on the bill. Their input would form the basis for the committee report to be laid on the floor of the House. After the consideration of the report, the bill would be passed for the third reading and forwarded to the Senate for concurrence. If the Senate deems it fit and concurs with the bill, a clean copy would be transmitted to the President for assent. Mr. President reserves the right to withhold assent to the bill. The Speaker assures Nigerians that the bill is all-encompassing and it relates to Nigerians' national security and does not target any group or section of the people. Speaker Abbas Tajudeen, PhD, further promises that the bill and indeed any draft legislation before the House will pass through the legislative processes and Nigeria would have ample opportunity to make their input, which will constitute the final consideration otherwise of the bill. Signed, Musa Abdullahi Krishi, Special Advisor on Media and Publicity to the Speaker. Now you see the problem. There is no way in this press statement that it was said that it has been withdrawn or it's been reviewed. The processes continue. And this is how Nigerians have been caged and further captured as a state when we do not take the pain of researching. We just allow media to confuse us. And guess what? A lot of these blogs are being controlled by elements in the political class. Nigerians do not take the pain. We are not diligent enough. We are not studious enough. Some of us are even jumping over. Nobody has taken. And then I'm not claiming to be perfect at this moment, but something just struck me to say, no, these guys are not as responsive. Because for a speaker to be the one sponsoring this, it means that there is a high-level political interest on the bill. And it is political, right? They would have used anything. There's a House Committee on Terrorism. There's a House Committee on media and whatever. There's a House Committee on ethics, public ethics and whatever it is. Why is the speaker? It means that it is a presidential input, a presidential decision, and then it's been introduced from the speaker's office. And the speaker is also telling us in detail that they will go on with the process. Nigerians should be ready to come and discuss about it, and relevant stakeholders, and then we have been deceived. You saw the point where they said this is also obtainable in other climes, called the UK. What is obtainable in other climes as it refers to development, as it refers to improvement of life, as it refers to concern of the citizens of this country, is not being introduced. It is what is used, what they say, according to them and in other climes, to capture and put us into a single file is what they are looking at. They will not look for the things that are in other climes, where as it were, while the United Kingdom is still in recession, they see increased minimum wage, right? Whereas health and education is relatively free in other crimes, they're not introducing it. Where it is part-time basis for parliament in these other crimes, they are not introducing that. It is what they borrow the worst of them all to put into our lives. And then somebody is going to say, please, Nigerians should be watchful. And I'm saying this here now because I understand how our system works. When this thing has been signed into law, they will not be at the mercy of them. They can forgive A and forgive B, then deal with C. Forgive D and forgive E, deal with F. That's the situation we are in. We must be vigilant. At this point, we are at loggerheads with the political class. In fact, they are a clog in the wheel of progress. If we want to have a good nation, we must keep our eyes on them. Let's forget about these frivolities, this entertainment, this cruise, these shows, reality shows, I don't want to call it name, that seems to distract us. And let's put our eyes on these guys, at least for now. And I'm also saying that Nigerian people, while we stay away, we have retreated from the end bad governance protest, we must begin to now consider a very important thing: constitutional review and electoral reforms. These two are the most important things that we can have. In fact, we cannot determine what happens to us from now to 2027, but we can determine what happens after 2027 if we have a constitutional review and an electoral reform. I so submit, because these guys do not mean well for us. Whether they are your father, your brother, from your party, they are from local government, they are related to you, they do not mean well for the generality of us. This particular bill, this particular counter-subversion bill, he said that, and there's a terrorism act, for example, in this country that was signed by Goodluck Ebele Jonathan in 2011. So why are you introducing things like this back into the system? Who is? If I talk with it in my mind, Nigerians, this is not evaluation. Nigerians will be wise. Open your eyes, open your ears. Stop allowing people to determine the narrative. Be smart enough to follow, because these guys will just put us in a cage and they will throw away the key. We will not know. Good night.